Another example of inner stress. Inner stress has to do with when all of a sudden you're met with this challenge and slowly you're reaching the break point. What's the break point? The break point, for example, is halfway through a football practice. There I go again with that analogy of football. If you're not a football fan, football practice should be fairly intense because it should replicate what it is you're training for. Train like you fight, fight like you train. The intensity of football practice really boils down to the word work. There's a workload attached to football practice. Work generates conflict, inner conflict. Inner conflict that if it's not managed will spread offense to the rest of the team. What kind of conflict? The mind will start rebelling. There will be a mind rebellion, a psychological rebellion. The minute you're faced with an incredible amount of work, extreme work that you're not quite used to prepare, you're getting closer and closer to the break point. And the break point it's like a fork in the road. You go one of two ways. You either break through it, fight through it, and survive, or you rebel, quit, and say, I don't need this. Rebelling and quitting, I don't need this, also comes with excuses, spreading conflict. I don't like the coach, I don't like the team, I don't like my teammates, this isn't fair, I don't like the way practice is run, I don't even like the system. They pass too much, they run too much, they're not friendly. Any number of excuses to rationalize, and there's a key word, they rationalize their inability to resolve their inner conflict. Conflict will destroy a team. Unresolved conflict will destroy a team. Because as it festers, conflict has a corrosive quality exactly like poison. Now, as I said earlier, you cannot possibly get rid of all conflict in a team. What I'm talking about is, I don't mean holding hands and singing around a campfire. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't want a conflict-free team because there's good conflict. Good conflict is the kind that makes you, forces you to exercise free will to achieve something, to achieve that risk and uncertainty to survive it, and all of a sudden you come up with this phenomenal performance. Now, what kind of evil conflict was I referring to earlier? Evil conflict are poisonous individuals who have no desire whatsoever to build anything except for more conflict, to build drama, to build conflict, to build any kind of polluted environment that they possibly can to stimulate in their mind, to stimulate some sort of response, to trigger a response of wrongdoing. We want everybody pissed off. Getting everybody pissed off is the conflict builder's dream. Having everybody upset at each other. Having everybody so upset that we tear down instead of build up. Conflict builders are also psychological invaders. And the reason for that is, psychological invasion are people who get inside, they get inside your head. Psychological invaders are people who not only get inside your head, they get inside your bloodstream. They get inside you by robbing your focus away from what you're supposed to be doing. Broken focus is absolutely leading cause of failure because it's directly connected to unresolved conflict. Unresolved conflict explains every failure in life, guaranteed, because it takes your focus away from what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Unfortunately, in this world, there are people who thrive on conflict. They love it. And they love it because they learned to enjoy conflict, and they were rewarded by building conflict, and building conflict was reinforced through the absence of showing a different way. I'm not trying to suggest that people actually gave them a physical reward for building conflict, but however, they enjoyed satisfaction by building conflict and drama and pissing people off and destroying a team so that they individually can enjoy gratification. People who get gratification through building conflict haven't traveled through the maturation process. There's a maturation process that every one of us have to travel. We have to travel from childhood, hopefully to adulthood. It's not an easy road. Absolutely not. I, like everybody else, we struggle with certain dimensions of maturity. It's not just one dimension of maturity. Dr. Harry Overstreet, many decades ago, identified 15 or 16 dimensions of maturity. One dimension of maturity is inescapable. Is shining the focus away from you, shining it onto you, shining the focus onto you. For example, on a team, if all you care about is your individual glory, shining the light on your individual performance, you have not matured enough to survive on a team that is built for one purpose, to unify all these souls into one direction and achieve a common goal. Now, a lot of people might say, yeah, but what about a person who's got originality? What if a person can't quite conform to a group? You're talking to one right here. I have a very, very big problem with conventional thinking. Here's the solution. Solution is originality is a byproduct of getting on a team and earning your originality. You have to earn your originality. You have to earn your authenticity. Rookies on a team sport have to earn the right to become a veteran. Let me say that again. Rookies have to earn the right to become a veteran. Now that's not a, this is my way or the highway. That's not it. That's a fact of life. I'll give you an example. I got hired on a police force in 1975 when I was 18 years old and 3 months. An 18-year-old and 3 months is seeking originality, is seeking authenticity. I wanted my own way of thinking. I was clued out. I had no idea what to think, but I was searching for it. I was in no position to be authentic in an organization that wore a uniform and had rank structure. If I didn't like it, go find another job. Start your business at 18. Well, that's unreasonable, people might say, but that's true, the answer. As I said earlier, you're in no position as a rookie to express your originality and your authenticity because you don't know where it's leading to. You don't know what solutions to problems can or have been established. You don't know what you're doing. That's basically it as a rookie. Now, some people might argue and say, well, what if the rookie is an exceptional superstar? That's the whole problem. They're not. They may have been a superstar where they came from, but every time you're a rookie somewhere else, every time you advance to a next level, you're starting all over again. Now, that's a slang term. I don't mean from scratch, but you're starting from a 0 point at that new level. And when you're at that new level, you have to, remember I told you this, build the base. You got to build the base. Once you build the base, then your originality and authenticity start expressing. Your originality, your authenticity, your DNA starts expressing. You share it with the team. You spread the right kind of thing to the team.